Alrighty, quick update. What's today? Saturday, May 21st. Just put in, or just added 4 additional beds, raised beds. Just built them this morning. As you can see, use some 1x, cut down and 12-foot long 2x12s. The end pieces are 4 feet long, so that was quick and easy. One board equaled 3 ends. And now I'm going to go about to filling them. And at least 3 of these, I guess potentially 4, will take sweet potatoes. I should have sweet potato starts coming in the mail. Plus I've got some that I've started myself from store-bought organic sweet potatoes. But we're going to have about 6 different varieties of sweet potatoes coming, and that will give us a nice selection, figure out which ones we like, and have some fun with some sweet potatoes. I think that's one of the few things I'm actually going to get into the garden this year. As you can see, I still have more room for I think it's like 5 more beds, maybe 6. And then over on this end, there's still room for 1 more bed there next to the asparagus. That bed I'll put purple asparagus in. At least that's the plan. But let's give you a quick update on the asparagus. As you can see, we've got a lot of growth in the asparagus bed. And it's all just really small, thin little stalks. But there's quite a few of them, and that's great. Probably planted them closer than most would recommend, but I really want this bed full. This year we don't pick any. Next year we don't pick any, or maybe a couple. But you can still see, we can still have some coming up, like that little guy right here. If you can see him. But this year is just to get the roots established, and you can see they're very thin, very tiny little stalks coming up, but it's enough to get the roots established, and each year those stalks will get progressively bigger and thicker. And then looking at the blackberries, they're all growing pretty well. 6 blackberry roots, thornless Arkansas, I think Freedom, yeah, Freedom Arkansas something, blackberries from Indiana Berry Company, and that's coming along just fine. These are primocanes again, so that means should get some berries off the first year canes, and then you leave. Oh, there's another little sprout coming up right there. So these roots are kind of long. Let's get back a little bit. The roots are maybe about 1 foot long. I laid them down in the bed, and they'll send up stalks, or canes, I guess you call them. And each year more and more canes will come up. You leave the canes for the first year, let them go over winter, and then the next year there'll be floricanes. First year is a primocane, second year is a floricane. The first year canes should get berries on them late season, going into August or September, I think. And then they go through the winter, and new canes will come up the second year. They'll be floricanes, first year canes, and they will produce berries again in August or September. But the second year of the cane, the floor cane, they'll have berries in the spring. I'm not sure if it's June, late June, something like that. And then when they die, after the second year they'll die, you cut them out. So it's a continual process of trimming out your second year canes, seeing new first year canes coming. So you should get 2 harvests a year if you go with the 2-year approach on them. So quick update. Trees are doing well, some better than others. Some having very little growth. Pears having very little growth, and peaches having very little growth. I do recall a couple of the peaches I wasn't real impressed with the roots that they came with. So maybe that has something to do with it. Those were all from Stark. The trees that I got from New York, Cummings Nursery, those are all doing very well. And the last batch that I got from Young Nursery, J-U-N-G, those are doing well. These 2 right here in the front, let's see, that one and that one are Sweet 16. Back behind them over there is a Liberty. And then right here, that one is is my Macintosh, my Ruby Mac. And they're all doing really well. So yeah, and then back over toward the house, the ones that I planted last fall in those beds, those are all from Stark and they're all doing great. So it appears that the fall planted bare roots, having set over the winter and getting a jump in the spring on getting their roots under them, they do very, very well. So maybe these just need to get through this season, and then next season they'll take off. But we'll see. We'll keep updating them. It's all new to me, so we'll see how it all turns out. Thanks for watching.